Good afternoon. The Airbus A350 aircraft, it's about 53% composite. When you go inside the aircraft, however, things do not look as impressive. Take aircraft seats, for example. They are mostly made of aluminum today, and that's technology from the 1960s. The main reason behind that is a very strict, peculiar requirement called the OSU heat release test. So anything that goes inside the cabin interiors, since it comes in direct contact with the passenger, it needs to basically not release too much heat if it burns. Not a lot of composite has passed that requirement until very recently. So for the past 4 years, we have been working with our partners to develop a composite system that can pass this test, but at the same time, it's strong enough that can be used in a structural application. It's the first of its kind in the world. It doesn't use any fire-resistant fillers, so we can do resin transfer molding. Very high volume, we can achieve a cycle time of about 5 minutes as compared to a typical cycle time of 7 hours for an autoclave aerospace composite. So we coupled that pioneering composite technology with an award-winning design, and we have managed to make the seat 50% lighter. So I'm going to give you some numbers to basically let it sink in how much does that affect the industry. Today, about 20,000 aircrafts are flying. Within the next 20 years, that number will be tripled. So if today all the industry switched to our seats, the industry in the next 20 years would be able to save 11.5 billion kilogram of fuel. Today, the cost of fuel is not too high, let's say as compared to 2014, but that's still a sizable number, $67 billion in fuel saving and 450 billion kilogram of carbon dioxide emission reduction. That amount of carbon dioxide emission, just to give you a sense of it, that's about 30% more than what France produces in a year. So if it sounds too good to be true, that's not all. We have been able to focus on passenger comfort now that we have a lighter seat. We can save about 1 metric ton of weight on, let's say, a typical narrow-body aircraft like A320. But on top of that, we have been using 3D scanning technology to make the seat more comfortable. So we can give 4-inch more legroom and 1.5-inch wider seats for the same floor space. So the seats are planned to fly sometimes in 2019. Early next year, we start our final set of testing. And we think the economy class would never be the same after that. Thank you very much.